All right, y'all, let's get it. Let's go. It's your girl Shay. We're coming to you with the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion part 1. Make sure you like, subscribe, and the timestamps are in the description box. Let's get into it. I went ahead and wrote down my 5 takeaways from this episode because it was a lot going on, but I just wanted to take note of like 5 major things that really struck me. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the ongoing drama with Tommy and everything she has going on, because she has drama with a lot of people. First things first is she revealed that she's actually out on bail. And I mean, I guess we did know that because we did see her getting arrested on the show. But I'm just like, girl, you are a mother of 2. Like, I like Tommy. I do. She brings a lot to the show. She's really fun. I think they're going to keep her on the show now that it seems like Joseline is no longer with the show. But, you know, Tommy is fun and everything. But I'm like, girl, you out on bail, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you an outlaw like Tupac or something. like so anyway, she she, you know, she talked about Joseline calling the police on her in LA and getting it was the video of her in the fight, and you know, on Peter Street and all of that stuff. And then when she went to see the police that time that Stevie took her up there, they were asking her like, well, you know, did you threaten to shoot her? Because we seen a video of it. And I'm just really surprised by all of this cop calling by Joseline, because Joseline has, you know, really handled herself like she was a G. Like, she a thug out here the way she fighting people. You know, she was slapping Karlie with flowers. Remember that episode? She slapped Karlie with the flowers. That was funny. But you know, she had the reunion where she attacked Althea, and then didn't Althea sue her or something like that? And that's why Althea got kicked off the show, because you can't sue each other or something like that. And then she had the situation where she snatched what's her name? Tammy. She snatched Tammy ponytail out. I like Tammy. Too bad Tammy wasn't on the show. Tammy was like, I am not here for y'all crazy ass reunions. Tammy went on tour Waka Flocka and was like, peace, I'm not gonna be there. So, but shout out to Tammy, because I do like Tammy. Tammy is like one of my favorites on this show. I love her. She's so down to earth, so chill. And I love her song. I think it's All These Kisses or something like that. But anyway, I really like that track. So anyway, I was like, damn, you know, Tammy didn't even come, because she probably thought it was gonna be some drama, and it most definitely was. It was fights galore. Okay, and lovely Mimi thinks she a thug out here, but that's another story. So hold on, let's get into it. So, you know, Tommy's drama, it was just like a lot of stuff going on. And then the Dime and Tommy fight came up or whatever. And it really came up because before that, they were trying to figure out why Joseline has a problem with Tommy. And, you know, some people think that Joseline is jealous of Tommy, because a lot of people think that Tommy could take Joseline's spot. Now, I'm not saying that she will or she can. I'm just giving you the tea. So, a lot of people feel like Tommy is Joseline's replacement, that she brings just as much drama. She brings just as much fighting and all of that stuff that, you know, Tommy brings to the show is what made people fall in love with Joseline. So, you know, people are like, well, Joseline's walking away from the show, but we don't really need Joseline because now we got Tommy. So a lot of people feel like Joseline is jealous of Tommy, and Dime Piece is like, no, Joseline is not jealous of Tommy, because Joseline is a very confident woman. She loves women. You know, we know that she's bisexual. She's been with a few women. And I know she's been with K. Michelle. They having their own beef right now. That's a whole other situation, the beef between Joseline and K. Michelle. They going at it right now on social media. K. Michelle calling Joseline all kind of cokeheads and all that stuff. So, you know, that's going down right now. So, you know, Dime is like, Joseline is not jealous of her. She celebrates women, all this stuff. But you have to admit, Joseline has had a lot of beef with women. She got into it with Mimi, but that was over Stevie. She got into it with, she had her issues with Rasheeda. She had issues with Tammy, obviously, because she snatched Tammy ponytail off. But I still like Tammy, but that was funny. She got into it with Althea. I mean, just about every woman on the show, she done got into it with. I can't think of too many women on the show that she hasn't fought with. So, I mean, obviously there's the Melissa chick, but Melissa is just joining. And you know what I'm saying? So, Dime is like, you know, but she's not jealous of anybody or whatever. So, Dime is being a good friend, because Dime is a good friend to me. It seems like that. That's why she attacked Treasure on that vacation, because Treasure was coming for Rasheeda, but Treasure was so disrespectful with the way she came for Rasheeda. She deserved to get. I don't advocate violence, but you know, I turn a blind eye to her getting slapped up, because from what I understand, Dime really whooped her ass on that episode, but they edited it out because they trying to show less violence or something, like whatever. They trying to cut back on the violence ever since that episode where Joseline attacked everybody at their reunion. If you notice, they had a security stop fights real quick. So from what I understand, Dime Piece actually two-pieced Treasure on that Jamaica trip, but they didn't show it on the show. They just showed Dime snatching her wig. But from what I understand, she gave her a quick 2 or 3 piece and a biscuit. So yeah. So but anyway, so Dime, she's being a good friend, and she's like, don't talk about Joseline like that. And I think the real issue that Joseline has is that Joseline feels like something happened between you and Stevie. And Tommy like, nothing ever happened to me, but he did show me his beefcake. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me this man showed you his penis but nothing else happened? Like, okay, so y'all just flashing each other and then y'all going about y'all business. Like, this is not peeping Tom kind of situation. Then you talk about you was in the car with him with his Bentley and all of this stuff, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I just have a hard time believing, especially we know how Stevie is. Stevie is always trying to get up on somebody new, trying to make his way into the situation. So then when Tommy said that she never had sex with Stevie, did you see Stevie's face? Okay, so if you think I'm wrong, go back and watch the episode and watch when Tommy says she never slept with Stevie. Look at Stevie's face. Now Joseline was feeling like something happened between the two of them because she was talking about when they was in the hotel room together, and then that's when Tommy said Joseline set her up and all of this stuff, and he supposedly brought some Jack Daniels or some Hennessy or something to her room and all that stuff. So that it was a lot of drama between Tommy and a lot of people, but Tommy and Joseline, it's just a lot going on. And so Dime was getting slick with Tommy, and they was kind of going back and forth. And I'm about to tell you one thing, a fight between Tommy and Dime Piece, now that would be a fight to watch. That's like Mayweather and Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who y'all got in that fight. Who y'all think will win, Dime or Tommy? Who's your money on? I'm not gonna say who my money on because I really like both of them, but I think that would be a hell of a fight. Like, for real, I do. I really, really do. So they were also talking to Tommy about her whole situation with Treasure. Nobody seems to like Treasure. Add me to the list. I'm not a fan of Treasure after what she did to Rasheeda. I thought that was absolutely disgusting to be sitting there advocating for side chicks when this woman is being cheated on. The dude, Kirk ain't shit. We all know it. And then on top of that, not only is she being cheated on, but you making excuses for the side piece who, trying to get money out of it. Oh, it was just ugly. And you sitting there advocating for that. I was like, Treasure. But I really didn't care for her before that, but that sealed her fate for me. I do not like Treasure at all. And then I seen on social media that she was saying, like, y'all talking trash about me, but I'm going to be back next season. I'm like, I hope not, but if you are back next season, I promise you I'm going to fast forward all your parts, okay? So anyway, Treasure and Dime was like going back and forth or whatever. So Treasure is, they flashback to the scene where Treasure was saying a little comment talking about Tommy, you low and I'm high or something like that, because Tommy said she was a waitress at a strip club and Treasure was an actual stripper. So I'm like, how is she lower than you because she was a waitress and you were a stripper? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not hating on either job title. Do what you do, but nobody is beneath you, boo, because at the end of the day, you out here sleeping with married men. Nobody is beneath you, okay? You the scum at the bottom of a married woman's shoe. So who are you to talk about anybody is beneath you, baby? Nobody is beneath you. I promise you that. So, and then the host of the reunion, she is asking Treasure, what was the situation and all that stuff. Treasure was talking so fast. She was so scared of getting her ass whooped again. Because, Tommy was throwing them grapes at her and stuff and bopped her upside the head. Tommy wrecked her a little bit. So she was so scared of getting wrecked again by Tommy that she was talking all fast, and then she was asking security to stand next to her. I'm like, girl, for somebody who pretend to be so tough, you really are a punk. But, let's move beyond you. But, Tommy was there. She was talking about her case. Hopefully everything goes well with that. Hopefully she don't have to go away and do a bid or nothing like that, because I like Tommy. Hopefully she can get her stuff together. I know that she has like a little bit of an anger management problem, but overall she is not a horrible person. So I wish Tommy the best. Moving on to issue number 4, because I told you I said 5 things I'm going over. Okay, so number 4 is Dime Piece versus Lovely Mimi. Now, Lovely Mimi came on this reunion like she was a gangster. Lovely Mimi showed up like she was a thug. You know, she crip walked in there. You know, she must be gang banging or something. She a blood, she a crip, she something. Cause girlfriend was acting like she was so ready for the drama, for the beef. But every time it got popped off, it really seemed to me like she really didn't start popping back until security was there to stand in between her and whoever she was talking to. Cause they showed the clip of her getting into it with Sierra. They showed her getting into it with Dime. Everything she was doing was just like running into security, you know. And I guess Mimi was upset because she said that Dime was running her big ass mouth about me, because Dime felt some type of way because Lovely Mimi was the one who said at Tommy's event that Dime Piece had gone to Joseline's video shoot, which ended up having Tommy throw the drink on Dime and all of that stuff. So it caused a whole other issue. And then remember, Tommy and Rasheeda tried to settle the whole issue at the table. They had some kind of meeting in the office, and then Dime felt like Tommy came at her sideways because Tommy was like, anybody could get this work, and Dime thought that was directed at her. I don't think that Tommy was directing it at her, but Dime thought she was. So Dime got mad as hell, and you know, it just was crazy. So Dime really feels like all of that popped off because Lovely Mimi couldn't keep her mouth shut. Now, Lovely Mimi, don't pretend like you said that by mistake, because you didn't. Just like you didn't out the fact that Moriah and what's his name, Shooter, whatever his name is. I really thought that man's name was Scooter till they kept calling him Shooter on this reunion, but whatever. So you also outed that they were sleeping together, although I'm not mad at you at that, because you are a married woman, so I understand you outing the mistress. But I'm just saying, Mimi does have a big mouth. So, you know, she like, you should have told me how you felt or whatever. Dime started clowning her outfit, talking about you look like a majorette. She did look like a majorette. I personally was watching it. Before Dime called her a majorette, I actually said to myself that she looked like a Teletubby with glitter on. But that was how I seen it. But Dime thought she looked like a majorette, and then her and Karlie got up and started doing the majorette dancing. I was laughing so hard. They was clowning her. That's when she got real mad. When they clowned that sparkly ass outfit, she was mad as hell. But I was like, you look like a bejeweled Teletubby. Like, she really did. She really, really did. And that, listen, it's nothing wrong with being thick and have a curves and all that stuff. But that, listen, you got to know what works for your body. That looked like cheap material. It did not fit her well. It was not a good look. It did not sit on her in a very flattering way, should I say. It was not a flattering look. It was not a flattering outfit. That's just my opinion. But we'll move on. So then Mimi gets mad or whatever. She started acting like she was going to jump over the table and do all that stuff. I'm like, girl, you're not about to do none of that. All of this security is way bigger than you. You know they're not about to let you get through. So you're going to act even more tough because security holding you back. I thought that was some, I don't want to say punk shit, but it was kind of some punk shit. Like, you was doing all of that for show. You know good and damn well you weren't about to be able to get to that girl in front of all of that damn security. All them men like 6'5", 300 pounds and all that. Like, you wasn't about to get through. You knew that though. So you was trying to put on a show. But Dime will give you the work, okay? Let's just be honest, okay? Mimi was trying way too hard to look tough. She was being laughed at. Like, you look like a joke, boo. You look like a joke. You really did. You really did. Hate to break it to you. So, number 3 on my top 5 list is going to be the whole situation between Karlie, Young Jock, and Ceasar. Because, you know, Tommy is mad. Tommy was using Jock, and Karlie is mad about it. She pretended like she's not mad, but she is mad. I think deep down inside somewhere, Karlie has a really special place in her heart for Jock. And she really, you know, is into Jock. I think she may secretly love Jock or something. Maybe she loves him, but she's not in love with him. I don't know how that goes, but the way she was crying about him on the season, I really think that she is way more into Jock than she lets on. And she was hurt that Tommy was, you know, going behind her back and stuff like that. She pretends like she didn't care, but she did. And then she talked about how, you know, she feels, Tommy had made a comment like, I'm not into the dudes you into. Like, I'm not into the dicks you into. Like, basically saying, like, she almost said, like, you basically like some bums. Because Karlie was making a comment about how Tommy was over Ceasar's house and all of this stuff, and that it was a day that Karlie had to pick him up because Ceasar doesn't have a car in Atlanta. And Tommy threw some shade like, well, that tells something about the kind of men that you dating a guy who ain't got a car. Like, I'm like, if Ceasar really making money like that on Black Ink, crew, and he got Black Ink Atlanta opening up and all that stuff. Even if he on Bow Car, he can't get a rental. Like, all the money he's supposedly making, that doesn't sound right. But I heard that VH1 don't pay that much, so maybe that's what it is. But anyway, so it was shade being thrown back and forth, and Tommy was basically like, that said something about the dudes that you date. But at the same time, you admitted that you was at the man's house. Now, I like Tommy, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If you was at the man's house, y'all wasn't just over there playing video games. Y'all wasn't over there playing Minecraft. Like, I'm sure you wasn't playing Call of Duty. What was you doing? So, then she said that Karlie said that one of, I guess, Ceasar's friends had said something about Tommy here, and she about to get fucked. That's what somebody said. She about to get effed by Ceasar. So somebody thought that you was sleeping around with this man. Somebody thought that you was getting your freak on with him, because that's the way that they was painting the whole situation. So I don't know. I don't know if Tommy and Karlie really are going after the same guys, or if Tommy's only going after certain guys to get back at Karlie. But at the same time, I never really believed that Karlie and Ceasar were actually in a relationship anyway. I never believed that it was genuine. I never believed that it was sincere. I never believed that they were in love or anything like that. I believed it was all for the show. Coincidence that they both are on VH1 and then they end up on each other's show. Like, no, I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. Miss me with the bull. Okay, so I'm like, but then Karlie was like, if you think like the guys, because Tommy had made a comment like, you don't make good choices in men, and then Karlie was like, but if I don't make good choices in men, why you keep trying to bag them? Which is a good question. It's a good question. Tommy really didn't respond, but she said something like, I be trying to like get under your skin or something like that. Or maybe I thought she said it. I don't know. I can't figure out why either one of them would be fighting over Jock or Ceasar. Neither one of them are worth the time. Now, Scrap, he was actually cute. That was a handsome man until he cut all his hair off. Then when he cut his hair off, I was like, that changed the story. But he's still a handsome guy. I wish him well and whatever he's going through and all that stuff, because he got locked up or whatever. Wish him well. But anyway, let's move on to number 2. Okay, number 2 is Lovely Mimi, Sierra, Shooter/Scooter, because I can't figure out what this man's name is, and Moriah. Now, they kept calling him Shooter, so I'm gonna just keep calling him Shooter, but I could have swore that man's name was Scooter. Like, I don't know. I really thought the man's name was Scooter, but that shows you how much they had him on the season. They was on the show for like 3 episodes, and then you didn't see him again. So I don't know, but whatever. So let's get into it. So, they showed the clip of the episode where Sierra had told Moriah that she had the body of a 13-year-old boy. And I'm like, girl, and then on the reunion, she was laughing at the clip. Like, she thought it was funny. But I'm like, girl, your man slept with her. So that means if you think she got the body of a 13-year-old boy, you saying that your man is attracted to people with the body of a 13-year-old boy. Like, you just shaded yourself and your man at the same time. Didn't even realize it. Can we talk about Mariah's blonde wig? I switch wigs all the time. I like a good wig. I like a good wig change, but I'm not on national television. That blonde wig was hit. You know how they say it was a hit or a miss? That was a miss. That was a major miss. Like, she definitely struck out with that one. Wait, is a strike a good thing? Never mind. It was not a good look. It was not it. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from the wig, Shooter, he's sitting there with his shirt open. She tells him, like, you need to close your shirt. You need to button that shirt. I agree, because he looked dumb as hell sitting there with his shirt wide open like he was big sexy. Like, boy, bye. That was nothing cute about it. It was nothing sexy about it. Keep it pushing. I don't know who told you it was attractive, but it's not. Then they start talking about the whole sex situation. He talking about it was an accident and I'm really sorry. And Moriah, like, you wanted to get me pregnant. And he was like, no, it was an accident, blah, blah, blah. And she like, but you wanted to get me pregnant. So now she's spilling tea because you was trying to have a baby with the side chick. You trying to pull a Kirk, huh? You trying to be like Kirk when you grow up, huh? So you trying to have a baby with the side piece. Okay. So Moriah let that cat slip out the bag. Moriah, she gave a half-assed apology to Sierra. So I don't think that Moriah think it's anything wrong with her behavior, because when Lovely Mimi, Moriah, and Treasure were in that nail shop and it ended up getting a little violent or whatever, and they went to go see Lovely Mimi, they were both making excuses for their behavior, and Lovely Mimi called them out. That's one thing I will say. Lovely Mimi will call these girls out for sleeping with married men. So they have made excuse after excuse after excuse for sleeping with a married man. I don't really think Moriah sees anything to do wrong with it. I think that she apologized to Ciara because she was put on the spot, but she don't really think there's nothing wrong with her behavior, and that says a lot about her character, in my opinion. So then, well, I will tell you what was funny. Ciara was like, get on your knees and apologize. She was like, I ain't getting on my knees. Your nigga got on his knees and ate my groceries. Like, I died laughing. Like, I was cracking up. I thought that was so funny when she told her that. And Ciara's face basically hit the floor. Now, he really didn't even deny that, so I'm going to say that he probably ate the groceries. So now I'm trying to figure out, like, why Ciara's trying to be with him. She said that she's been with him since 19, and she doesn't really, know what to do, and she just don't know who to be with. And I'm like, I feel bad for her. Hopefully she don't end up staying too long and end up like another Rasheeda, but she is kind of another Rasheeda, because just like Rasheeda getting played on national television, so is she. So that was just like an ugly situation to me. And then she said, Moriah, she just a train wreck. And I was wondering, did Lovely Mimi feel bad about doing the whole, Moriah fucking your man? Like, I was wondering if she felt bad about that, but I don't think she did. She probably felt bad. I think she said she felt bad for the way she said it, but she definitely felt like it needed to be said, and I agree. Even though Lovely Mimi came on here pretending like she was a savage, and she not, I do respect the fact that she stands up for the fact that you should not be out here sleeping around with married men. You just should not. And it's not cute, and it's nothing attractive about it. It's nothing about it that you should be, bragging about. You should be happy about. These chicks, they are so brave. They have no standards. They have no self-esteem. They just will do anything for $1 and for $1. And sweetheart, that does not make you a woman. It makes you a prostitute. I'm just saying. So whatever. I did feel bad watching Ciara say she gonna forgive him, because I'm like, why? Child, why? So anyway, last but not least, the number one moment of the reunion for me was the whole situation between Kirk and Rasheeda. Okay, so Kirk and Rasheeda, first and foremost, I told y'all that I had heard a rumor that Kirk and Rasheeda said that they weren't going to come to the reunion if Rod and Jasmine came. So supposedly then production had went to Rod and Jasmine and said, well, if y'all can't come on a reunion, can we send a camera crew out to y'all and interview y'all? And supposedly the reason they said no is because they only wanted to interview Rod and Jasmine. They didn't want to interview Kiana too, or something like that. I think that's what Kiana put on her social media, but whatever. So anyway, Rod and Jasmine were not there. And the way that they make it seem, it sounds like Rod is Kiana and Jasmine's pimp. Like, that's what I'm getting from the whole situation. That's what I'm getting from the whole scenario. That's what it sounded like to me. Like, the way Kirk was talking about it, and when he was asked, did he sleep with Kiana? And he kept saying, like, Rod send them girls away, and they come and have them all around men and stuff like that, having them try to play games and stuff like that, and Rod puts them up to and all that stuff. It sounded to me like he was calling Rod a pimp, but he never actually denied it. And so she kept having to ask the same question, but did you sleep with her? Did you sleep with her? He was dodging that question like he was playing dodgeball. You see the movie Dodgeball? He was like, you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. If you Kirk, you could dodge a question, because he would not answer the question. Finally, he said, no, I didn't sleep with her. It took, I don't know how many times she had to ask that question before he answered it. So to me, that was a bold-faced lie. You slept with both of them girls. You slept with Jasmine and you slept with Kiana. You just happened to get caught because they was trying to get a come up and wanted to come on the show. And that's why Rasheeda said she never wanted to film any scenes with Jasmine, because Jasmine never approached her like a woman. Instead, Jasmine approached her on the show trying to get some publicity. But have y'all heard about the whole story? And I really didn't want to do a gossip vlog on this, and I'm not going to, because I think that is so terrible what's going on with this lady putting out this whole phone call of Rasheeda and a woman on the phone talking about the son, Rasheeda's son, and how he's supposedly, gay or whatever, and that he was into another boy. And I just think that it is so wrong to out kids like that. That mother, whoever she is, should be ashamed of herself that not only did she out Rasheeda's son, but she outed her own. And she did it in a public forum, and now everybody will always be able to go back to that. When her son is a grown man and 45 years old, that tape will still exist. And you was just doing that for a come up. You should be ashamed of yourself, but you probably not, which makes you an even worse person. But anyway, Let's keep going. So Kirk, I can't deal with Kirk, you know what I'm saying? And then they was asking about how, Rasheeda felt about Karlie, and she said that Karlie was too invested as far as like Karlie going to sit over that woman's house or whatever. But Karlie was like, that's what investigators do and all of this stuff. And I was laughing or whatever, but I did feel like Karlie was being super messy. I know that when I remember on the episode, there was a conversation and Tammy didn't like the way Karlie was telling all of Rasheeda business, and Tammy just walked away. See, that's why I like Tammy, because that's a real chick. She was just like, don't do my friend like that, and she just walked away. Like, she did not want to be part of that conversation, and it ended the scene right then and there. I was like, that's what real friends do, because Karlie was not being a real friend. Karlie was pretending like she was doing stuff for the benefit of Rasheeda, but really she was doing it for the benefit of a storyline to keep being messy Karlie, and using their business to have something to talk about for herself. I hope that Rasheeda don't look at Karlie and think that's a real friend, because real friends don't do their friends like that. I'm just saying. So anyway, Kirk lying ass get to talking about he only had sex with Jasmine one time, and I'm like, now you a lie and the truth ain't in you. First of all, supposedly you had moved her into the building that y'all once stayed in. You knew where the girl lived. You was paying for the place. What man pays for a woman to stay somewhere and it's not having sex with her? Like, let's be honest. And you could say, oh, he was doing that because he thought the baby was his, but if you thought the baby was his, you should have took a DNA test all the chances you had. You had that girl staying over there because you knew you had free access to get what you wanted, if you know what I'm saying. And that girl seemed like she done made a whole song about being a side chick. So clearly she is another Treasure, another Moriah. So, I'm just like, whatever. So you wasn't getting no nookie. You was paying that girl bills. She was staying in your apartment building. Then you talk about you used the condom and it only happened one time. Sure, we believe you. We believe you. Miss Charlene didn't believe it, though. Rasheeda mama was not here for it. None of them believed it. Rasheeda was looking sideways like, yeah, sex one time. Oh, okay. But you done lie so much. When are people gonna believe you? You the boy who cried wolf. Ain't nobody gonna believe nothing that you say. So anyway, I was thinking about when Kirk was cheating and he was with Bambi friend. Remember that? In the cabin? In the woods and all that stuff, and all them people was out there, Bobby Valentine and all of them. So you've been doing stuff for years. He had the stripper. Remember, he was trying to get the stripper to be their nanny and all of that stuff, and he was going behind Rasheeda back getting a DNA test. And Rasheeda was on the show, on the reunion, crying, talk about, he dismantled a bond, and I felt bad for her, and a lot of people pretending like they was crying, but if you notice, a lot of them people on that episode said they was crying at the reunion, but a lot of them didn't have any tears, because, reality shows, I'm just saying, Rasheeda's situation was really sad and everything, and I do think it's a lot of people who feel for her, like Mimi. You could tell that Mimi was really deeply sad, because Mimi has been there, and all of that stuff, but a lot of them was just like fake crying, which people do on reality shows. They be like, oh, I'm so sad, I'm crying, but you never see any tears. I didn't see a lot of tears up there, but Rasheeda was crying. That was a genuine cry from Rasheeda. She is genuinely hurt by his actions and by his behavior, and she should be, because she talked about they had been together since like high school or something like that. Like, he did her so dirty, and he has done it multiple times, and I think part of why he keep doing it because he knows she's not going nowhere. Like I said, he did the whole stuff with the cabin. He had the stripper talking about she was gonna be the nanny and all this stuff. He has done Rasheeda dirty over the years. He has done her dirty over the years, and she keeps taking him back. And I don't know what it is, but I just was like, girl. And then Sierra was even saying, like, a lot of people was thinking that, I stay with Shooter or Scooter, whatever his name. She was like, Sierra was saying, a lot of people think that I stay with Shooter for a check or for this come up on a reality show. And Rasheeda was nodding her head the whole time Sierra was saying it, because Rasheeda can relate. Because the same stuff that people are saying about Sierra, like, girl, you look crazy out in the street. You stand with this man. He done cheated on you. Everybody know. It's on national television. Are y'all faking this for the show? Is all of this a lie? Blah, 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 blah. Rasheeda can relate to everything Sierra was saying, because she been living it, and she ain't just been living it this season. This season is just went to another level because it's a baby involved, but he been cheating on her ass for a long time, and he has not been hiding it from the show. That's all I'm gonna say. So that wraps up my top 5 of the reunion, and for some honorable mentions, just to knock out some things that I noticed. Joseline, she didn't come out because she said she wanted to sit with Diamond Melissa, so she caused a huge scene. She ended up not coming in, and so I guess next episode we're gonna see everything that go down and how she quit the show and everything like that. So Joseline wasn't here for it. She wanted to sit with who she wanted to sit with. I think she should have just did it or whatever. But I think that at this point, Joseline feels like she is she, as they say, what the New York housewife Sonia says, I'm the straw that stirs the drink. That's how Joseline feels. Like, I'm the reason why this show is popping like this, so I can make those demands. I can tell you where I'm gonna sit, who I'm gonna sit next to. But I guess the producers wasn't having it, so they told her ass like, hey girl, you ain't gotta come in. And she was saying something in the commercial about how they said something about her contract, and they told her lawyer something about her contract, and she not here for it. So we gonna see what happens with that. But I'm also excited to see what they do for next season. Like, who takes Joseline's place? It's probably gonna be Tommy. Is Tommy gonna end up in jail? Like, it's so many cliffhangers with this show. You never think a reality show would have so many cliffhangers, but it does. Like, it really, really does. So we gonna see what happens, but I'm super excited for it. And y'all, don't forget, go ahead and subscribe, because I will be doing a review and recap for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I am going to be doing that show. So I will check y'all next time. Tell me how y'all feeling in the comment section, and let me know who you think would have won a fight between Dime and Tommy, between Dime and Lovely Mimi, between Lovely Mimi and Sierra. Like, it was so many people trying to fight y'all. It was a mess. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed y'all. See y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye-bye.